Welcome to Uncommon Sense, the Uncommon Sense podcast right now. And hey, get ready for a hot night of conversation that will make you clear your throat right here on SenseYouAsk.com and also the TrueVision.net, along with KBCNradio.com. And I have the one and only Big Brother Mo Better, Michael B. Wright. Michael B., how you doing, man?
What's up, that better voice from Macon, Georgia? What's going on there, Stillman College, that player?
Hey, player, we make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, man. You better know it. You better know it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Man, it's so much going on again. It never stops, man.
Yeah, you got 3 years of this, Mike.
3 years of this foolishness.
Yeah.
But before we get into the foolishness, bro.
Yes, sir.
We got to do our tributes. You know, we got to do our tributes to our elders. And right here, here's the elder, Miss Viola Fletcher.
Yeah, man.
The oldest survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre.
Right.
And she transitions at 111 years old.
That's right there, man.
Now, man, that baby right there. Man, I just tell you a little bit about her, brother. The Tulsa Massacre happened for her when she was like 7 years old.
Yes, sir.
And then she went on, and then she worked up until the age of 85, bro. To the age of 85 as a housekeeper.
Wow.
But then, bro, after then, at 107 years old, then she went before the U.S. Congress, and you know she was stating her case and testifying, you know, about what happened and why reparations should be given to them of all people. Then a couple of years later, she writes a book, or she co-authors a book, a memoir that says, "Don't let them burn my story, or don't let them bury my story."
Right.
The oldest living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre, in her own words.
That's it, man.
Man.
That's a living testimony right there, man. Mama Fletcher, bro.
Mama Fletcher, dog.
Living testimony. But you're right, man. We cannot let her story be buried, man.
No.
That's what they're doing, man. They waiting us out, bro. They waiting us out, dog.
Because, brother, this don't even make any sense, really.
No.
Of what happened, and you don't make them whole, or you don't even make up for what happened.
Yeah, man. That's the case, bro. Which is sad when you look at it. But again, like you're saying, man, it's a testimony of her fortitude, man, as far as Mother Fletcher and even all those who are part of the Tulsa riots. There's them sticking to the fight, man, until the end. You know,
right. The end.
Boy, that baby held on.
Yes.
But now it's up to the descendants, man. It's up to the descendants, those in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to make sure that, again, her story is remembered. And also, again, it's imperative that we now control our narrative, man, and don't let, again, stuff get washed up on the road because of time. And that's all they're waiting on, man. It's just time to kind of make everything fade away.
And you can go ahead and go to her, because she has a foundation. So you can go to Viola Ford Fletcher Foundation.org. That's Viola Ford Fletcher Foundation.org. And it's right there on the picture right there. And you can go to that and you can see what she's doing, and seeing what her people are doing now, because they're keeping on her legacy, allowing her legacy to continue even while she's transitioned out of this part of the world.
Yeah, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Like I'm saying, just please keep that story alive, man. And again, if we control our narrative, Jay, is what we need to do. You know, it's an opportunity for us, man, to really push some things. And I really pray that this is what we're in. Exactly. That our people finally begin controlling our story and not let other folks tell it,
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
That's right. Miss Viola Fletcher. Man, I can just push the button and say, okay, the end of the story now.
Oh, yeah, we done right there, man. 111, boy. That's it, boy.
111?
Everybody ain't able, man. Everybody ain't able.
I'm just trying to get to 57, you know what I'm saying?
Bro. Barely made it 54. You know what I'm
You ain't lying,
saying? Boy.
boy.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's an amazing thing, man. Them elders, boy, ain't nothing like them, man.
ain't nothing like them, brother. Ain't nothing like them.
Ain't nothing like them,
So now let's get into the surface headline news. And
man.
I do say surface headline news because you done heard it, you done seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just throw it out there real quick.
Hang it on that there.
You got your girl, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She resigns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now folk are mad at her for resigning.
That part.
Okay. All right. I mean, but hey, she $53 million richer.
Come on now.
Why wouldn't you resign
Yeah,
to not even put up with that mess
you know what?
in the White House, man?
That part. But again, many folks saying, as far as commentators saying her political career is over. I don't know. I mean, it might be.
No.
It's a calculated move. We're gonna see what she's gonna do. But like
Mhm.
you're saying, man, that baby coming out $53 million riches, so she don't care.
No.
Man, she don't care,
I wouldn't care.
bruh. I mean, because she's ineffective, man. At this point, I mean, MAGA, she's no longer part of that clique.
Remember, she's a traitor. Remember?
Exactly. And then if you if you look at the liberals and that side of the fence, everybody's skeptical because of how again how rambunctious and crazy she was on the other side. So it's literally she doesn't fit anywhere. Um, so I don't know if she's gonna. If it depends on what her her constituent stays in Gwinnett and all that. If they kind of compare her to stay, I don't know. It just
Yeah,
depends.
yeah, it
I
depends.
don't know.
It depends. It depends, man. Me, I'll be like, out. I'm gone. Anyway.
My part, yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Then, of course, you know what happened with James Comey and Letitia James
Yeah.
and the Trump administration lawyer doesn't know what she doing,
Yes.
have
Really?
not a clue.
Insurance lawyer? Yeah. I wonder
Yeah.
why not.
hmm hmm
I wonder why not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Case dismissed.
Yep.
But I was kind of surprised that the judge dismissed the case without prejudice.
That part right there, man. Now you just nailed it, man.
hmm
That part right there.
Right.
So the door is still open, but again,
hmm
question becomes with all the baggage that comes with these cases now, what career prosecutor's going to touch it?
Right.
I mean, come on, man. So I don't know, but like you said, man, it should have been done. Like President, I don't see why they did that, man. That move didn't make sense. Everybody knew it was a vindictive prosecution, so I don't know what the opening of the door is
Right.
for. I
Right.
don't know.
Right. And just like this move here with Senator Mark Kelly. Okay. All Kelly said that the U.S. Army or the U.S. officials, hey, you don't have to abide by an unruly command. You know. Then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, 47, he wants to hang him high and get him shot at dawn, and now he wants to take legal action against them. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, according to the story, man, they didn't call him up, put him back in the Navy, and said, "We're going to court martial you." That was quick. That was quick.
That is quick. Yeah.
But again, man, everybody knows a smoke screen because, like you said, Senator Kelly didn't say nothing off the rip.
No.
All he said is you don't obey illegal order.
Yeah.
Uh, so go figure that one. But like you saying, man, it's mighty funny that these cat was talking about how Biden and everybody weaponized these departments. But if there's any such thing as weaponizing departments, your
Yeah.
boy Trump done took that thing to a whole new level, man.
It's a whole new level, Doc.
Oh,
And man, our favorite book that is, it says, woe to the land that has a king that's a child, Doc.
that's what Ecclesiastes said. That play.
And we showed up got a child in that White
We
House.
got a child, boy, a grown
Woo.
aspirin child, boy. That's what we got right there.
Mm, mm, mm. Wow.
But good
And
luck.
that is Man, that's the service headline news. Because of course, you see that all the time. You're seeing that all over the place. But bruh, what you sent me, and you was
What
like,
that?
Green, you gotta take a look at this.
What that?
Hmm?
What that?
First of all, let's look at this one.
Mm,
Hmm.
that part.
Yeah, this part right here.
Trying to told you, boy.
Now all of a sudden you got those, right?
Mm-hmm.
They going through the whole government. They cutting off folk, they throwing folk out of their jobs and things of that nature. Now all of a sudden they don't exist no more.
They don't exist. Figure that one, bro.
They got
Figure
the
that.
EPA shut down.
Mm-hmm. But again, if you look at every department that Elon Musk went through, man, it was every department that had an investigation or fines
Mhm.
against that boy.
Right.
That's what that was.
Yes.
Every organization that regulates him, or again, have a fine against him or an investigation, every single department he went through, man, and killed them. Every one of them.
So
So,
now that even opens up AI wide open now.
oh, bro, and now your boy signed executive order that again you can't regulate AI for the next 10 years. I'm telling you, man, they setting this up, man.
They
I mean,
set
they
it up.
set this sucker up sweet. I mean, I can't put it past. I mean, you can't get mad at them because
No.
your boys up there and the representatives and the senators, they let them do it.
Yeah.
They let that sucker do it, man. So I mean, what do you do at this point?
I don't know what the Democrats doing, but they ain't doing nothing right now.
I mean, in 6 months, this man ransacked your systems in 6 months.
6 months.
There's no telling what that man implanted inside those things, man. You don't
And
know.
and just made an announcement today, brother, about the Department of Energy will be doing Genesis mission,
See that? See that?
AI computing revolution.
I'm done.
And that starts in 2027.
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The Department of Energy. What the Department of Energy doing?
Well, man, like I said, this is
Bro?
controlled chaos, man. To just have mass confusion that you never get at a problem, and that's exactly what these suckers doing. But what is scary though, like you're saying, Jay, within this quote unquote doge that's supposed to make the government more efficient,
Right.
now it's no longer that. They're saying it no longer exists. So, like you're saying, what about the quote unquote work they were doing?
Right.
Where did they go from here? You know,
Right.
all the departments that you just wiped out. You know, what goes with that? USA Aid is gone. You
Yeah.
know, if you're looking at what, like I said, man, the knot they have tied up over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
That sucker is so tight, they're gonna take you 30 years to unravel it, man.
Right. Remember all the questions they had about Doge. No more questions.
You know, because it don't exist no more.
Don't exist.
So you
Doge
got,
who? What you talking about?
yeah, and it was convenient now, man, because
Yeah.
look, when you have
Wow. Wow.
so when you have congressional hearings on this thing, because they're gonna have to have them. You have congressional hearings on this stuff, man. Who you gonna call? You know, it's like Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Ain't nobody there no more,
What hearings?
bro.
Hadn't been a hearing this year other
It,
than some stupid stuff.
it ain't been one, man, but they gonna have to have it, bro.
Brother. Okay.
Look, they're gonna have to have it. If you look at the sheer stupidity of what these folks did, man. The massive things as far as what it is as far as cutting, and you don't know, and these are not quote not cutting, man. These are allocated funds that they
Right.
just shift
Right.
from here to yonder, here to yonder.
Right.
You know, so that's what this is, man. It wasn't no cutting. It
No.
was shifting. So you got to find out where that money is going, where it was shifted to, and all this stuff. This is what this mess is, man. And your boy Rubio, boy, that man is on the hook like a mug.
Oh yeah.
Man, if I was Rubio, I'd
Mm-mm.
be trying to find the nearest exit.
Because Rubio is the fall guy.
Bro, I'm telling you
He
right what
is
I
the
know.
fall.
I'm telling you what I
Telling
know.
you, he's the fall.
So but again, if you're not smart enough to figure this out, Rubio, I mean, may God bless you. But again, Ray
Rubio,
Charles,
JD will not be the fall.
no, JD is supposed to be the setup for the next run, but
Right.
we're gonna
He's
say how
the
that
next
gonna go.
Messiah. He's not he's
Yeah,
not the fall.
yeah, y'all got John the Baptist right now, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, John the Baptist right now up in there,
right
but
now.
they trying to make that boy right
Mhm.
there the Messiah, man.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, player.
I don't know, Doc. But check out this move right here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness. It's this one
Uh,
was Scott Lindendecker.
yeah, well, it's
Now
over.
look at y'all. Look at y'all.
It's over.
It, you know, even now I have the question and say, okay, why vote now?
It's over.
Why?
Yeah, it's over.
Because you have Scott Lindendecker.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, he owns the voting pads that you all when you go to the vote, when you go to vote,
Mm-hmm.
you give the people your license, and then they check to see if you're legit or whatever on the pad that he created.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also, he's a former GOP election reform advocate.
That boy.
So he's on the side of Republicans.
That boy.
But then all of a sudden, in a couple of days ago, this joker buys Dominion voting machines.
That boy.
The same voting machines that's at the elections that you put in your vote for.
Yes, sir.
So now he owns the tablet and the voting machine.
Yipper.
But he's saying, oh, we're going to keep everything fair and above board. How?
Okay.
Okay.
Go figure. Now.
Now they own the technology.
Yeah. Yeah. So at this point, Jay, at this point, look at
Y'all, I understand what our ancestors did. I got that.
yeah, man.
But the game has changed
Well,
to
according,
protect the criminals.
yeah,
Not
I
the innocent, but the criminals.
mean, but at the top of this past election, man,
Mhm.
it is said that your boy, and this is what Joe Rogan said at the like the mid. I mean, not even 4 or 5 hours into the election.
Right.
uh, That boy Elon Musk already said, Trump don't want, I'm out.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
like, how you know that already? And this was like 4 hours into the doggone election because, again, the fix was already in.
Right.
That boy. So when you're looking at, again, like you're saying, man, the technology is owned by this cat. I mean, the apparatus is owned by this cat. So you don't know. And then now you're saying you can't control AI, and you see what AI can do now, man.
Right.
At this point here. So if you're looking at all the capabilities of AI, you don't know, man, to the extent that this stuff is going to go. And
Yeah.
if you control the technology, and if you got 4 you hit boys up there now inside your army who's over the tech, so, I mean, you this is not hard to see where you're taking this.
No.
It's not hard at all because I don't see how one person, one individual can own the voting apparatus for an entire nation. I don't
Right.
see that. I don't see how that works, player. That seems to me that would be something that the government controls.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
if this is going to be again a national company, it should be that again this stuff is regulated, controlled, monitored, by the federal government or by state entities, but it's not.
It's not.
So then that means a person can put whatever in there and you don't know it because you don't control the apparatus or the technology.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
maybe the man wasn't lying when he said, if I get in there, you don't have to worry about voting no more. Maybe he wasn't lying.
That's what he told the Christians. You ain't got to worry about voting no more when I get
That's
it.
what he's saying. So maybe he wasn't lying. So
He
I
wasn't
don't
lying.
know. He wasn't lying, player.
But see, this is the thing right there. He ain't hiding it. They showing it right there. Like, we going to show you everything we doing.
Yeah, but CJ, again, think about it. How many people actually knew that Dominion voting machines have been bought? Everybody's caught up in Epstein's, the cuts. I mean, you are all over the place with stuff, man. And so again, this is the stuff that's operating up on the radar screen. This is stuff that's your
Yep.
risk currents that people don't know
Mhm.
nothing about. About time you
Mhm.
look up, man, it's a done deal.
Done deal.
Even
Yeah.
like even like TikTok, you don't
Yeah.
know who the owners are that sucker now. That deal went through so quietly too. It was pitiful.
Quiet.
I mean, so if you're looking at the dynamics, man, it's the moves again that people are not paying attention to. That the media itself is not putting out as it should. So again, when it comes down to really knowing what the next step is, you're so clueless until something happen that it's too late.
Right.
It's over, man.
Now everybody right now is looking at Trump and
Hmm.
saying, okay, yeah, he ain't gonna be in office too long, this and that. But they're not looking at the man who he chose as vice president.
Did he choose him?
He didn't choose him. No, he didn't choose him.
Hmm.
Somebody else chose him.
That part.
Hmm.
That part.
And changed his persona and everything
Overnight, man.
overnight.
Over freaking night.
So let's go to that beautiful beam footage. 'Cause, ooh,
Yeah.
you think Trump is the trouble
Mm-mm.
maker? Mm-mm. Trump ain't. Trump
Nah.
is just. Trump is that one that they needed the party to get started with, and plus, Trump actually got in there by mistake
You know it.
because he didn't know nothing about nothing, and he didn't even think he was gonna win.
No, and by all rights, he shouldn't have won, but
No, he shouldn't have won.
go
Right,
figure. Yeah.
right. But here's the beautiful beam footage right now.
Mm-mm.
Everybody's waiting for the Trump show to implode. The trials, the chaos, the age, something, right? But nobody's asking what comes after. The answer is chilling. JD Vance. Because if Trump is the face of MAGA, JD Vance is the prototype built in a lab by billionaires who studied everything that Trump got wrong and decided to perfect it. So let's be real, JD Vance did not crawl out of poverty and bootstrap his way up. He was engineered, funded. Peter Thiel, the same billionaire who helped bankroll Facebook, who dreams of rewriting democracy, poured millions into making Vance the one. They took a Yale law grad, a Wall Street insider, and turned him into Hillbilly JD, the flannel-wearing everyman. His memoir wasn't empowerment. It was bait. A story sold to elites about poor white Appalachia. Also, they could feel superior and he could launch himself into power. But here's the difference. Trump stumbled into power. He tripped on celebrity and white grievance, and accidentally became president. He never thought he'd win. We never thought he'd win. What? Billionaires tolerated him, but they couldn't control him. Vance, he is control. He's the dream candidate for the ultra-rich. Smart enough to carry out an agenda, cynical enough to flip-flop on his beliefs, and ruthless enough to clock cruelty in calm speeches. He once called Trump America's Hitler, and then sold his soul for power once he realized that MAGA was the ticket. And that's what makes him worse, right? Trump's reckless, we all know that. Vance, though, Vance is precise. History teaches us it is never the loudest fire starter who cements authoritarian rule. It's the polished successor that builds the system that lasts. With Vance at the helm, you don't just get book bans in Florida. You get national curriculum written by billionaires. You don't just get immigration walls. You get mass raids, surveillance, and whole communities forced into silence. You don't just get conservative judges. You get a judiciary hardwired to protect billionaire power and lock ordinary people out for decades. And here's the trap. People are gonna relax. They'll say, at least he's not Trump. At least he sounds normal. But normal is not safe, y'all. It's more dangerous because billionaires don't want chaos. They want order, the kind of order that benefits them and crushes everyone else. So don't be fooled. JD Vance is not a leader. He's a project, a billionaire Frankenstein. Trump was the test run and JD is the upgrade. And history is clear. Empires don't collapse with the clown at the top. They endure when the polished, calculated air takes over and locks the system in place. That's why when Trump falls, JD Vance doesn't just rise. He cements everything that Trump only dreamed of.
There it is. There it is.
That sister put it live and living color, that player.
Live and in living color.
She put it right there, man.
Right there. She
Drop the
told she told you who the problem is.
mic.
It ain't Trump.
No, no,
Mm-mm.
no.
Mm-mm.
And that's the sad part about it, man. Is
Right.
everybody thinks no one thinks of for succession. Nobody thinks as far as tears it is.
Right.
And this is all that is, man. And like she was saying, JD is a project. This man is a prototype.
Prototype.
And they sold that thing hook, line, and sinker, man.
Right.
I mean, they sold it. But you're here now. And so the question does become what's the counter attack on this one? Because we already know what this is.
Right. Right.
The question
Right.
is
Exactly.
how you gonna combat this? And the Hakeem Jeffries and all the good stuff, man, again, I can appreciate speeches, bro. But
Yeah.
y'all gotta come a whole lot more hitter with this, man, because this y'all ain't even in the ballroom with this one, man.
But see, right, we even talked about this about the Hakeem Jeffries and the Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they all in the same game.
Why wouldn't they be?
Yeah.
Because again, it's I'm not trying to be funny, man. It's a shocking thing to me when you've been up there 6, 20, 30 years, if you know the game. I mean, you know
Right.
what that
Right.
feels. Then all of a sudden you're acting brand new.
Right.
That part that don't settle with me. So you got to ask yourself a question then. If all this stuff is as atrocious as you say it is, and everyone knows, I mean, they've said these stuff in congressional hearings, man, that Homeland Security is already violated the law as far as being over budget. And big heck up, this cat haven't even submitted a doggone budget for 2026. So I mean, these folks already know that these cats are not even in a ballpark as it relates to leadership to the department. And so if this was any other cat, it would
Yeah.
be a firestorm up in there, man, and
Fire.
everyone knows it.
Right.
So the question does become, man, at this point, what game are you playing? Um, because I'm not seeing whereas, and I'm not, again, I'm not throwing them up on the bus, but it's just, again, the shifts and matches of a thing and common sense. At this point, even if y'all don't have the majority, y'all not even controlling the narrative, man. You're not even making sensible arguments at this point to me.
Right.
You know, and there's no freaking game plan. That's all I mean. It's as if we're shooting darts in the wind, hoping something's gonna stick. And it's not just Democrats. I mean, I'm looking for Bernie Sanders to say something. I'm looking for, again, your Elizabeth Warren's. I mean, your podcasts are nice, but what's your game plan?
Right.
You know, who's your next? That's
Right.
all I'm saying. If we survive in 2028, it's coming, you know. And so who you gonna put up there? That's all I'm wondering, man.
You gonna put another sister up there so she can burn?
I told y'all don't put Harris up in the front plate, but y'all didn't listen to me.
I listen to you, dog. I listen to you.
Y'all thought the light had came down from heaven and anointed this one.
No.
Okay. But it's not, again, it's not her fault. From the standpoint of
Well, no. You say it's not her fault. No, 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 no.
well,
She could have said no.
she could have, she should have.
She should have.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna throw me out there with 4 months or 5 months.
A month and a half.
It won't be to win it all.
Well,
No.
as they said, pride goes before the fall. And a haughty spirit before destruction, you know.
Destruction.
You know, so
I'm
it's
just telling you, man.
yeah. I mean, you 100. I was trying to get a bit of benefit of the doubt, but you're right. I mean, at some point, again, these are career politicians, Jay. These are people that you matriculate in these circles for years, and
But of course, her appetite was the power. You know that.
I know that, and you're 100% right. But my thing is, bruh, if and you know she wasn't the only one in the pool.
No.
So she knows that, again, if these cats that they pulled on the scene said, you know, I'm not going to touch that because it's not political expedient, I know she heard it like 12,000 times. So she knew that if these cats are not touching this thing at this point, obviously they know that this is a no-brainer. This here is not going nowhere but exactly where they wanted to go. And so that's where common sense kicks in. This is where you put your pride to the side, you know, and you put your aspirations to the side, and you ask yourself a critical question: is this the right timing?
Right.
You know, and I don't think that this is what what individuals in that space are doing correctly. They're not reading time. Um, you're letting all these other semantics push you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
like a Judas. You know, if I get Jesus betrayed and kiss him, you know, he gonna start a war.
You're gonna start a war.
You
Yeah.
know, that's what this is.
Mm-mm.
No,
No,
you
no,
can't
no, no,
you can't do
no.
that.
Mm-mm.
So if you can't read the room, if you can't read time by now and know what is expedient, what's not, what is out of season, what's out of time, if you can't read that by now, you've been there for 30, 60 years, something wrong with you. I mean,
But right, you shouldn't even have to read the room. The question was, why me?
that part.
Why me? Because y'all haven't prepared me for this moment. So why me?
Well, like you were saying, you
You put me in a corner and told me to be quiet.
and and, and see, it's mighty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy Obama, he didn't come out swinging for it at the beginning.
No, nor
So
Michelle.
I'm trying to tell you. So it's my thinking that maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm saying a strong maybe,
Mm-hmm.
that they probably trying to tell the baby don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't
Don't,
do that. Don't do
don't
that.
this,
They setting you up.
man, I'm telling you what. Ray Charles saw this and he gone and was blind.
Yeah.
so I'm like, baby, come on.
And Stevie said, "I'll come sing for you, but that's all I can do right
That's all I got for you, sister. And you know, I'm gonna rock the house for you,
now."
but
Yeah. But you
you
got to
still
do
going
it.
home. But I'm gonna rock the house, but you are
Yeah.
going home.
Yeah.
So but again, man, it's this is not the end of the story.
No.
Um, because you got, like I said, if we can get to 2028, you're gonna have a dilemma there. Um, and if she had any aspirations to run in 2028, you done shot your foot in itself with with the book you done put out there. So I mean, come on, baby. At some point,
Well,
let it
your
go.
well, your mayor elect showed you what you had to do in New York. He showed you
Yeah,
what what kind of person that need to be there.
that part.
He gave you the model.
That part.
But see, you so afraid to go that way. You still want to stay with what you always been with.
Well, that's why you always getting what you've been getting.
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly.
at some point you do have, again, this is a question and a conversation for the younger generation, because I do know that there is this angst and pushback because of the
Hmm.
state that we find ourselves in,
Hmm.
and I appreciate that. But the young folks, they don't understand the model. You
Right.
know, it the civil rights movement would have been nothing without SNCC. Everybody know that.
Right.
Turning point. They
Right.
would be nothing without college students.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
so everybody knows the freaking model. The problem is
Hmm.
you're not capitalizing on the model that God gave you for
Right.
your people. You know,
Right. Right.
you're trying to do this by absorbing yourself inside the system, or either trying to beat the sucker, and you can't do neither one of those.
Right.
If God's giving you a key to the lock, work the freaking key. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Put the key in the lock.
Put the key in the freaking lock and turn it. And the key is the younger generation is going to have to stop being, whatever this aloof minded they got, you know, and start now being engaged as you're supposed to be, and take the lead dog on this. Because again, if you look at the state that you're in, the elders are checking out, man. That's just the bottom line. You don't have the old school political power
Right.
in it.
Right. Right.
You have a vacuum of those who are there have been rendered insufficient and have been rendered ineffective. So those who are in the system right now, you are a misnomer. You don't matter at this point.
Right.
And that's just because this is what you allowed yourself to become.
Right.
And so all you got is that last tier, which is your young people.
Exactly.
But that's why they're trying to keep you hooked on social media, keep you drugged up with marijuana, and keep you dumb with no content.
Right.
That's all that is. So
That's why even Trump had no answer for old boy when he came he had nothing.
no,
He was actually marveled by him.
because Trump is clueless.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
He is.
and any wave that he can ride, he gonna ride it because
Yeah.
he just wants to be popular. He wants to be in the know. So you get what you get with that cat.
Yeah.
Um, but everyone knows that this guy is irrelevant.
Right.
If you have someone standing next to you and telling you what you're signing, that lets you know you have no clue what's in that paper.
No clue. Right.
Why someone got to tell you exactly what you are signing? And they got to tell you, boy, just sign your name. Do what you signing, but just sign your name. That means you ain't
Sign
read
your
that. You don't know what this
name. Just
is.
tell the people this and just sign your name.
And that's exactly what them it did.
Mm.
But now when it came down that freaking in the shutdown, you know, if you look at all the stuff in the Epstein files things, as far as they were, all that stuff is done quietly, quietly. But then you're making sure everything else make it make sense.
Yeah.
So you know what this is, man.
Of course, man. Of
Yeah.
course. Of course. Then finally tonight, Tech Billionaires Master Plan.
Holla at you,
Getting
boy.
rich at your expense.
Holla at you, boy.
These jokers. Oh, you talking about Meta, you talking about Amazon, you talking about who else?
Google,
Elon Musk, Google. You talking about all
Apple,
these jokers.
all of them.
Apples,
Yeah, all of them.
all of them.
Yeah, man.
And with this new data center, the data centers they pushing,
Better wake up.
you better wake up because they coming. And they coming to an area near you. I'm telling you.
I know, right?
Area near you, and they coming strong too.
Oh man, they got their eyes set on it, man.
Set up on.
Set on it, man. So yeah, it's and another thing that really scares me, man, is I don't think again like the rural areas.
Yeah.
They've been sold this tag as far as the data centers again are going to bring economic empowerment to certain areas. Okay, do a study on that. Just you might have a fever of activity as far as building that sucker, but once that sucker is built, you only got about 2 or 3 people floating around in there. I mean, so that's all
Exactly,
you
because they're gonna bring their own people in to run the data center because the people in the town don't have enough experience to run it.
That part.
It's just like here in Georgia when Hyundai put a plant here.
Right.
They put all their workers in there.
All of them.
All of them.
From the rooty to the tooty.
Right. Right. And nobody locally was in there.
No.
Right.
Because like you're saying, man, it's a specialty work. And you're not going to spend time trying to quote unquote hire somebody to get something up and running. You're going to run what you got, and you're going to know those folks can run your facility. But these data centers are nothing but again vacuums from the water rights up into electricity. These cats are sucking in everything.
Suck up everything.
Everything, man. And that's why your boys don't want to regulate it. This is why your boys are going for this push. But at some point, again, you're going to reach a breaking point faster than you think because you can't sustain this, man.
No, you can't.
You cannot sustain this, bro.
You can't. You can't.
But and so again, that's why, man, I'm telling you, if folks want to know what the real deal is, you better go back to Kissinger.
Yes.
When that boy wrote that letter, and I hate to call him a boy, when that man wrote that letter about population control and is it a national security issue?
Yes, it is.
Y'all need to read that particular memo because that man told y'all what they trying to do.
Right.
And when it comes down to population control, bro, that's exactly what this sucker is.
It is, bro. It really is. So now here's the intro to the beautiful beam footage of the new coal mines called the AI data centers.
What you're looking at isn't just an old golf course. It's land that's seen more than a century of extraction, abuse, and broken promises.
They're taking millions, trillions of dollars out of coal, gas, and timber out of here, and we're just left with the aftermath.
Now, a new generation of investors is eyeing the same patch of land. Only this time, they're not mining for coal.
Along came this project of AI,
Data centers coming to Mingo County.
A big initiative to attract data centers.
So if you're thinking about a data center, come while the getting is good.
Mingo County, West Virginia is one of the latest examples of a playbook we've seen roll out across the U.S.
Everything's being kept hush-hush on this, on the data centers and the electric grid. They don't want you to know anything.
They originally had no intention of providing a hearing at all.
We're essentially inviting in the worst actors, people who would want to locate in West Virginia because of our entire lack of regulation.
But what does a data center mean for one of the poorest counties in America? A county that was once the beating heart of coal country.
Just because we're coal miners in a coal mining neighborhood don't mean we don't want clean water, clean air, clean everything.
How many people in here are opposed?
Are data centers the new coal mines? Another extractive industry that'll make a few people rich and leave everyone else with the mess?
And now they're asking us to once again pay the cost of doing business with our health and our livelihoods.
They think we're stupid down here. They think they're just going to push it on us.
Or are data centers something different? A lifeline for places like this?
And I firmly believe that this is going to turn this into a mecca for West Virginia.
That's it right there.
That's it right there.
These data centers. Look, number one, they use a large amount of resources in a city. They choose a small city because of the regulations that are not there.
Right.
And they can pay off the officials to get past those regulations.
Yes, sir.
And once they get past those regulations, they're supposed to have these meetings trying to give you information, and the people are supposed to know about it. And it actually is supposed to be a vote somewhere, but that vote never happens.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And then all of a sudden they look up and they've been approved for an AI data center.
Yep.
Now, when you talk about water and energy,
that
you're
part.
talking about millions of gallons of water each day.
That part, sir.
Which is going to make everybody's water bill go up at least double or triple.
Yes, sir.
You gonna pay for it, not the billionaires. You gonna pay for this.
That part, my brother.
Yeah. And then for the natural gas and all those fumes.
Mm-mm. Just look at Memphis, man. That's all I'm telling you. Take a look at Memphis. Yeah.
Look at Memphis.
Look at Memphis, man.
This why Facebook said they're gonna spend. No, it was Apple.
Mm-hmm.
They said we're gonna spend at least $600 billion.
Yep. Data centers.
Data centers.
Data centers. Mm-hmm.
Data centers.
Yeah.
And they're gonna push the fact, we're gonna create jobs. No, you're not really gonna create jobs.
No.
Because you remember Trump even said this on a interview. He said, no, we got to pull experienced people in from other countries to come run the data centers because we don't have enough smart people to do it.
That's what he told you.
That's what he told you. He told you right there in your face.
That's what he told you.
Right.
And then he put that $100,000 slap on that visa to get him over here.
Come on now. Come on now.
Oh, you gonna want somebody to pay you $100,000 to come over here to make you some more money. Okay. Make it make sense. I just live here. Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean
that's why he's talking to China right now.
Too late, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but China's like too late. We see where you going.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And your boys over there in Africa, when they hosted that G20, man, well, again, Russia, Creole, and left United States out of pocket. Oh yeah. The power moves are being played, man. Yeah. And again, China laughed all the way to the store when you fooled around there and cut out US aid, all that stuff. Everything that you did to remove yourself from the foreign narrative, China came in there, man, and set up shop, and that's what they did.
Right.
Exactly. But you can't even trust China because China gonna look out for China.
China gonna look out for China.
That just it, man. I mean, what you said do. That's what they're going to do. They're going to look out for themselves. That's why Africa, you know, bruh. If somebody could just crack over them heads, man, and like, look here, y'all. You don't need to go outside Africa for nothing.
Nothing.
You know, absolutely nothing. But again, you're letting another nation, as they've done before, sell you a bag of goods. And I mean, you're gonna see it one day or sooner or later, but I hope it's sooner than later. That if you wake up, man, again, the world will be at your feet. But it just depends on, you know, how far you're gonna push it. But at this point, you had a trade war. And everybody has lost their markets because of Trump. I think it was purposeful.
Yeah.
Again, because you alienate things to a point, and now you're in a situation where you're going to become hostile. So the next thing you know, you're popping up wars everywhere.
Right.
Which again puts you in control as far as some other dynamics. So it's a system to the madness.
Yeah.
You do have to ask yourself though a serious question: how far are they willing to go?
Right.
To again to keep this narrative going. And at this point, you blowing boats out the water with no kind of evidence, no kind of follow up, no kind of report to Congress.
None.
I think you got your answer already, man.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
You know.
And then you want to settle the Ukrainian war, right? With Russia, because you're trying to show Putin, hey, look what we can do for you.
That boy.
And Russia's like, man, you can't do this for us.
No.
Or even if he does it, Russia's gonna play him like a fiddle. That's what he's doing now.
Yeah, you're already playing it because again, all the concessions for Russia, Ukraine ain't getting none of this.
No.
You know, I mean, if you look at how they decimated Ukraine, man. I mean, if you look at how they literally decimated that place in 3 years, it's going to take them centuries to rebuild.
Right.
I mean, if you've been honest with the case, and so you have people right now sitting on the dock of the bay, waiting for this thing to be able to swoop in. As far as this is what this is.
Yeah.
Like they're doing with Gaza, man. I mean, you pick one: Gaza, Jamaica, Haiti, whatever, man. You got vultures sitting off on the side, waiting again for the carcasses to lay down.
Yeah,
and they're gonna swoop in and make a killing on this stuff, and that's all they're doing. But again, it's at a point where you ask yourself, these world leaders like Zelensky, what are you allowing, and why did you allow America to push you into this?
Right.
I mean, at some point, you got to say, is this worth it? You know, the millions of the hundreds of thousands of lives that you lost in this case.
Right.
Is it worth it at this point? Even with Israel, man, is it worth it? You know, because only thing you're doing is again raising up a generation behind these individuals who are going to be just as radical, who's going to be just as hostile, even more. You know, even more than what you've done at this point. That man, you're setting this up for perpetual war because that's what you want, that's what you need.
Right.
So so they know what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. The young folk got to wake up. Go. If you don't, man, you're not gonna have nothing left.
Right.
You know, because this is not sustainable, bro. To be downright honest, this here right now is not sustainable. There's going to be a breaking point.
Right.
Your economy is already heaving for that. It's already, seething in that situation. However, the powers that be are still making enough money that you ain't raising no alarms yet.
Yeah. That's true.
That's the case, man. Now, once things start trickling over there, where them profit margins start to get kind of hit, oh yeah, there's all gonna be chaos. But them boys don't care at this point, man.
They don't care, bro.
Too much money to be made.
Too much money. Man, Uncommon Sense Podcast.
I told you.
And we trying to told you right now. You know, we telling you what's happening, what's coming down the line.
Yep.
What to watch out for. Because this thing is really getting real. It done got real.
Hey, that boy right there, bro. Better got real,
The struggle is real right now.
It is.
And it's gonna get even real. I mean, what was this? 10 months? 11 months?
You're 11 months now, man. Going into 12.
Woo! Lord help us. Every Tuesday night at 7:00 p.m. What'd you say, brother?
I mean, hey, man. As old man said, there's neither good nor bad. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So what we think is for evil, you know, God meant it for your good. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So I think you better be looking at, well, what good did God meant?
Yeah.
When he allowed this evil to perpetrate.
Exactly.
If you ask the right question, you get the right answer.
Uncommon sense. All right, big brother Mo better. Go on, bring that like that. Why?
Just saying. Yeah, buddy.
Every Tuesday, 7:00 p.m. right here on since-you-asked.com and thetruevision.net. See you next week.
Say what?